Welcome everyone to episode 28 for the United States series of Power and Revolution, the 2021 edition. So, we're having some issues with Belarus. They insist on trying to develop a nuclear weapon. We don't want that. And I've played a few models, and Russia always comes to their aid and declares war on us. Even if we try doing a military intervention going through the UN, Russia votes yes, but then as soon as we start, within a few days into it, Belarus and Russia form a pact, and then Russia declares war on us. So we want to avoid that. One of the other things too is, like I've said before, Japan kicks us out of their country, and we have to remove all of our military equipment from that country. So Ukraine is more than likely going to, correction, Belarus is more than likely going to continue with their nuclear program or nuclear weapons. So we'll just do a strike on their solar plant and their windmill plant, and may think about cutting off their highway access to the capital of the country. So that'll just be a special military operation, and I'll probably gather a few more probably have a few more commandos go into Ukraine and get ready for a possible invasion and take over their capital. And I'm definitely not going to annex Belarus. That's going to be too much of a strain on our economy, and I'm trying to pay off our debt. So, probably just colonize it and see what happens from there. So in the meantime, let's take a look at our debt. So our public debt went down from 127% down to 84%. We just have Japan as the only country to pay off, and then we can fully concentrate on our own debt, which is 20 trillion. And our inflation is going down, so that's good. So let's start pulling some commandos from the NATO countries. Okay, so we developed a fueled micro battery, so we're going to go ahead and patent that. Surplus is 25% and a growth of 4%. So our unemployment is 4.58%.
Scientific rigor has proved its superiority over doctrinal barbarity. A simulation program based on Merring's models, the application of transactional analysis to ambush situations, a pyrotechnical approach to interpersonal dynamics in combat situations. As you can see, nothing is left to chance, which is why this operation was successful in eradicating the terrorist organization.
Okay, so we got rid of the patriotic front within the United States. So we got rid of all the terrorist groups in the country. Just have Somaliland that we're backing in Somalia to try to overthrow the government. And Somalia is winning against at least one group. So Somalia is actually winning against the terrorist groups that's in their country.
Good morning! I didn't come empty-handed. In fact, I wanted you to see in order to submit to you this economic contract which, as you will see, is profitable for...
Okay, so the UK wants to sell its natural gas, but the only problem with that is they don't produce enough for their own consumption. So that's not going to be a good contract. We're going to refuse that.
I'd be happy to.
And we're just going to ask them to make the same decision as us in the G7.
Idea. I'll do my best.
Alright, and we want to improve diplomacy with Australia, because we have some of the other countries in the Pacific that we have strong ties to now. So we want to improve Australia's diplomatic relations, and so this should get them to really like us. We'll hold a meeting with them and see if we could put some kind of military alliance in place and possibly put a military base in the country. And then we'll meet around with the different leaders of these countries here to see if we could put a military base in, so we can be ready for China if anything happens. And now with our own country, we're going to try to set ourselves up for better relations throughout South and Central America. So we're going to try to have a oil pipeline go through, and that should help better relations with us. And let's look at our oil production. So our oil production is good. Let's see if... So we still have 5 more shale wells that are in the process of being built. Same with the gas wells. We have 5 more. So we're going to ask for permission for Guatemala, and I'm going to try Belize. So we're not going to start building immediately. Going to see if we can better relations with these countries. Because once we do, we could continue that pipeline well into Colombia. And we want to create more energy independence. So we're going to build. So we already have the oil wells there. And we want to become less dependent on foreign natural gas. So we're going to build 5 in Missouri. Okay, going to cancel that one because that was just average. And okay, so we're done with that. Okay, so we have an opportunity to take out Belarus chief of staff. We're not going to do that. Okay, our space program is going okay. Alright, so we have to watch our CO2 emissions. So we'll work on that pretty soon.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed. The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed. The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
This country signed our request for authorization to.
Okay, it looks like all 3 countries accepted
This
our
country
request.
signed our. This country.
I think you're
So like I said, we're not going to start building. We're going to wait till we get our deficit down a little more. So here we go. Belarus is conducting nuclear tests again. Just like I thought they would do. So we're going to bring in 700 commandos. And try to be a little more prepared. So we're going to ask for more commandos, another 10,000. So now we're gonna, let's see. So we're gonna hit them with a cyber attack. And then we're gonna knock out their 2 energy plants. Alright, so we'll send 50
We're going
there.
to start firing on targets in this country.
And we'll send 50 right there.
Duly noted. Copy that.
1 week before the beginning of the festival, the hotels are full of bursting. Photographers and TV crews have gone all out again.
Alright, so our special operation is underway. Alright, so both plants have been destroyed.
And then...
We rocked it. I will keep you informed.
Alright, so they have 26,000 troops. Alright, the deficit is almost at 1%, so we'll see what happens from now on.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
So no lives have been lost, which was the intention of taking out the energy plants. Even though I don't know how realistic that would be. I think both plants will be occupied at some point. And there's another solar plant here, so we're going to take that out as well. So we'll take that plan out. Alright, so unemployment is going down.
It hit hard. Transportation is paralyzed. Power stations are down. And authorities are helpless. It's a success all across the board.
Okay, so... Alright, so Bolivia, we're gonna give them 25 million. Angola, we want to have some kind of influence in the African continent, so we're gonna give them 20 million. Let's go ahead and close that out. Alright, so in 6 days, Belarus almost lost $1 billion from the cyber attack. Syria, we're not giving them anything. So let's give aid to Poland. Let's bump this up by 200 million. Oh, and let's move some satellites over the region. And let's see, do we have another satellite somewhere? Alright, I want that to stay over Russia. Alright, so we have one over Egypt. We'll put that right about there. Alright, so they have about 3,500 soldiers in the capital. Alright, we'll accept. Anti-hair loss molecule. Okay, we'll patent that. So let's go to research. We want to improve our science. So we'll spend $2.6 billion on 100 more laboratories.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful...
Okay, we'll give that a try. Now, we're not going to take out a leader. But let's go to Secret Service. So let's give an additional 100 agents to Belarus. So let's look over here. And so Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. Okay, so we're going to create some new networks. So let's just dismantle terrorist groups. Let's go for Honduras. Do the same thing, dismantle terrorist groups. And Nicaragua. Alright, so we did that. And I think we're gonna have like... Oh, how come it didn't take Belarus? Alright, so we have 25 left. out of our problem areas. I want to put them there, or do I want to... Alright, so... let's put them in Somalia.
The artist received first prize. All our cultural policy has been indirectly rewarded by this.
The work is finally over, and the inauguration will take place during the next few weeks. Would you like to attend the ceremony?
Okay, so our base is completed in Ukraine. And what's this? Alright, so Belarus is funding the Russian mafia in Belgium. So, I mean, their government is just not stopping. So... so we're gonna have to bring in some... gonna have to bring some equipment in. So let's put 15,000 at base there.
As I predicted, the systematic analysis of the habits of small groups has allowed us to strike a serious blow at the terrorists. We can now state with certainty that we have entered into a Najaf cycle, which is no less than an incitement to play the advantage, while the adversary...
Okay, we took out 30% of the terrorists in Georgia.
There's nothing to say. Incredible!
Alright, so now let's bring some more equipment over. Alright, so let's bring some missile launchers over. And a few more anti-aircraft missile batteries. And speaking of that, let's see how many we have. So we're gonna have to... Alright, 152. So let's go to our industry. And we're going to nationalize. Alright. Really don't want to spend 100 billion. So I'm going to wait. Let's see, I can... check missiles. Alright, so 14 billion. We will try to do that. And it looks like that's going to pass. Alright, so telecommunications, fiber optics. So we'll go ahead and patent that. We'll keep that to ourselves, keep that to ourselves, and keep that to ourselves. Let's see. Do I want to... I want to take that from Kuwait. And we don't have that many military bases around Iran. So... Okay, we're not going to take out Brazil's president.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful, the short and long-term benefits are almost incalculable, including by applying the call-off grid, which calculates, as you know, the result according to the unknown X factor.
So... let's get some more equipment over to Ukraine. Alright, let's bring 200 commandos over.
Emotion competes with pride when I look at this building. Before us stands the expression of our national genius. Yes, let us not mince words. This is a sacred fire, which stimulates our architect's vision and drives the passion of our building professionals.
Alright, I think I'm going to end this episode. So, thank you for your support. Please continue to click the like. Actually, please hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. And please share these videos with people that you think would be interested in this type of video as well. And I will see you soon.